Dimensional Clash is up again. This time it's Innocence theme, so obviously we are using math characters. Let's talk a little bit about what is the best team currently to use for the math characters, which units are worth investing not only for this clash, but for the future and other game modes, and overall what teams I've been using myself. I'll also show you guys my filter for the cards and what cards, what artifacts I usually disable, so you can use that as a reference. That said, before we start, hello degenerates, welcome back to Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict, and today's topic, Dimensional Clash for late December, almost 2026 already. Damn, time goes way too fast. That said, as you guys can see, I got a stack on stage 12. I cannot beat this. I already used basically all of my characters. I have nothing else. I tried, cannot beat this stage 12, and if you go into the rankings at the moment, I am... I don't even know where. Oh, here, 18. And as you can see, the difference between beating stage 12 or not, it's huge. A lot of people with 1.4 billion, and then it's just completely stuck if you cannot beat it. And then people jump directly to 2.2, 1.8, 2.2, and then the big whales doing 3 point something, and even two of them doing 4 billion, one of them being Blur, and then Reiki. So pretty high scores this time. Basically, most people using obviously a full madness team. Let's talk about what characters are the best to use in this case. So I'm gonna reset here so we can go back to stage 10, and then you guys can see what we've been using. If you plan on building a mad team right now, obviously the biggest advantage they have is their frontline with Shady, with Leeds, and with Chloe. This front line will be able to carry you not only in Dimensional Clash, but also in Crusade and anywhere you go. Right now, there is only one pure sustain character that's worth investing here. That's going to be, obviously, Diana. Diana also, remember, she has the passive that increases everyone else's damage, so that is goated. Some people were asking yesterday about this passive. This effect activates even if Diana is not on the field. This means this will proc even if Diana is dead or even if Diana is not on the field, but she has to be on the team. So this is not like a global passive that will work anywhere. It is a global passive while she is on that team, right? On that preset. That said, she is the best mid lane character at the moment, just because obviously she's going to be healing and increasing everyone's damage. Belita is another great option for damage. Leeds and Shady are right now the carries in here, doing really good damage. After these two, Belita is doing really good. Surprisingly, Mayo is doing really good, and we'll talk about why in a second, but basically she does damage over time. If you do invest in her, her damage over time is actually pretty decent, but Mayo is a character that's only good for Dimensional Clash. You will barely see her anywhere else, but still, if you like her, you can invest into her. Another character we've been using, it's Alice on the mid lane, and she is the last mid lane character we're using, and we'll talk about why in a second. Because basically there is no reason on any team to not run Yomi. Yomi is the best character there, okay? Like, there is no reason to not run her on any element. That is how good she is. And now we have an extra spot on the top for the backline. Now, for the backline, there is two options you can run. It's either Yumimi here on the left or Maison here on the right. So Maison, Yumimi. Both of them are pretty bad, but if you have to run one, it's Yumimi, the one that's better. And the reason, if we come obviously back here, ignore this art, even though pretty good art. If we go right here, right? If you are running Maison right here, you will be getting the Madness bonus, Sprites bonus, Phantom bonus, and the Mystic bonus. But if you add the Yumimi in here, since you are also running, who was it, Diana, I believe it is, you also will be getting the Werebeast bonus, the Furry bonus, basically. Getting basic attack damage 2% for everyone on the team. So if you can pick between one of two, obviously, Maison is not as good because you would be losing 2% basic attack damage. So you want to be running her instead of the other. So that's the reason why you would be running one instead, right? That's it, nothing else. Like, both of them are pretty bad. There is no reason to run either, but since you need 9 characters, Yumimi is the one that's going to be better. Obviously, this is just what's best. I know not everyone will have all of these characters. Use this as a template only, nothing else. Now, something important, is not really worth running the ultimate skill for Diana. You could be running the senior skill for Yomi, which is way better. When it comes to Mayo, I like it. When it comes to Belita, I like it. If your Belita is not invested, you could be running Alice instead. But my Belita is my strongest math character. And then everyone on the front line is worth using their senior skill because it is basically the strongest setup you can run right now. Like this front line is stupid, right? Chloe will survive everything. Leeds has really good damage with the self-sustain, and then Shady will be stealing SP while also silencing the enemies. So this is by far the best composition you can be running for this raid specifically. That said, about the raid, let's also talk a little bit about the cards and the current filter that I'm running myself. Now, once again, this is a reference because I understand not everyone will have all the cards, okay? So use this as a reference. When it comes to unique cards, I do not disable a single one. All of them are great. Right now, for example, on this raid, Erping Ice Cakes loses some value because there are ads, right? If you are fighting this Crayon boss, he will summon ads, meaning you will be losing the 61%. But still it's pretty good just for the extra attack and HP, so it's fine. I leave all of the unique cards. When it comes to purple cards, I do leave all of them but one, and that is the Fluffy Vest. It only provides defense, which yes, will make your characters harder to kill, but overall, nothing else. For the cost, not really worth to keep active. In contrast to the other cards that are actually providing great passives, right? When it comes to blue cards, there are 3 of them that I do disable, and that's going to be Fanatic Mask, Combat Manual, and Scale Armor. All of them for the same reason, just no passive, and overall the stats they provide are not that great in contrast to anything else. So the HP recovery and defense, I don't care. This is crit, which is not bad, but again, for the cost, you have just like way better options to be running. And then lastly, the Fanatic Mask, which is going to be dealing damage based on the HP of the character that has it. This is good for tanks, so for Chloe, for Bibi, but for the most part, considering the cost it has and what it does, is not that great. Most tanks will not even do that much damage, even if you put this. But again, you can use it. It's not like the worst item. And then when it comes to green items, there is only one that I leave active, and that is the all wooden dagger. SP recovery is fantastic. Any SP recovery item will be really good. Okay, all of them are pretty good. But as you can see, nothing else for the greens. Now, there is another item, green one, that is pretty good if you want it, and that's going to be the Ring of Greed, in this case for Mayo. This increases status effect damage. If you get a couple rings, you can be actually equipping them on Mayo. So if you like her, if you're building her, that's an item you can equip on her. Another card that if you don't have as many and you need to leave more green ones open, another one that you could be leaving is going to be the Weather Arrow, because the attack speed is always good. And then lastly, I do like the Elven one, but I like it for Crusade. For Dimensional Clash, I don't think it's that good or worth keeping up. But most of them are pretty bad. Outside of the All Wooden Dagger and this specifically for Mayo, you basically don't need anything else. And we don't need to talk about runes because you cannot use runes obviously in here. So basically, TLDR, that is the team we've been running, that is the cards we've been running. If you guys look and go at the scores, you will, or for the most part, just see those teams. Yomi is right there. And then on stage 12, I basically tried renting characters, just giving them the passive effect, tried just using all of my units, and then some riff-raff teams, but no luck, basically. 0 luck. I don't have enough characters invested, so I got the stack at the stage 12. That said, that was a good rank for me, so I don't think I'm going to be bothering trying again. Top 20 or top 30, even if people push more, is more than enough. Remember that Dimensional Clash is a good game mode, but just for participating, you already get good resources. Try to push, try to get the 50%, try to get, 10%, even if you can, 10 to 25s, you can get these as well, but it's not really needed. You're already getting good rewards, just make sure you participate, and if you need help, as usual, leave a comment or just join our Discord. Enough jumping though, we are live every single day, links in the description down below. Good luck with your pool, the internets, and I'll see you on the next one.